Like, I understand that you don't like the camera, right? But like you said, if you're not willing to leverage yourself, then what other options do you have? You don't have the money to hire nobody. So it's like, what other options do you have?
If you don't like camera, you don't like money. Like I just say, like, I don't even give them an excuse. Like, if you don't want to get in the camera, then you don't want money, because if they don't know you, they can't flow you, right? If they don't know who you are, how can they pay you?
Right.
So it's extremely important to get in front of the camera as much as possible to be able to sell your product.
Unless you got money to.
Yeah. So speaking of that, free media versus paid media. What's your perspective on that? Like, how much free media should somebody be doing, as far as content to build lists, and how much, or when should people start paying for ads? And do you have a kind of opinion on how you would coach somebody if they came to you, say, Maurice, I do free content, you do paid ads, and what's the split, and how do I,
It goes back to that $1 million plan, right? So when our $1 million plan maps out how many customers that you need.
Okay.
And then it says how much website traffic that you need, and then how many people need to see your marketing, right? So if you're looking at this amount of website traffic, and we're looking on your Instagram, and the analytics is telling us that you only getting X amount of people to see your marketing, X amount of people to go to the website, you don't have any relationships to leverage. You only have, the only other option is to buy traffic, right? And so that's my reality point for a lot of entrepreneurs, because when I do that $1 million plan with them, they like, I ain't doing enough. Like, that's why I'm not making the goals that I said I want to make. Yeah, you can say you want to make $100,000, but did you have enough traffic for that? Right. And so that's when you understand, like, when do you do build, borrow, buy?
So let's do exercise, if you're willing to do it. So I am a business owner.
Yes.
I want to make $100,000 on this next launch.
Okay.
My product is $1,000.
Okay.
Right. So
Get my little cap.
yeah, that's all. I thought that'd be a dope exercise, right, for the audience, right? Yeah. Right. So I want to make $100,000 on this launch. My product is $1,000, so I need to sell 100 units or 1,000 units, 100 units. What's that? Add the zeros, $1,000.
I thought y'all was the
100 units, 100 units. I know. To be honest, we aim for way higher in our launches. So So I want to have $100,000 launch. My product is $1,000, and I, have 10,000 followers. So I don't have a big audience, and maybe I'm only being able to organically reach 10,000 people a month.
Okay, cool. Okay. So, and I'll break it down. So that means you need 100 people to buy your products, right? So the average conversion rate is between 1% and 3%.
Okay. For $1,000 product.
No, just period.
Okay, period. Okay.
So let's just say 1% to be safe, right? So that means we need 10,000 people to come to the website. Right,
okay.
10,000 people need to come to the website, so that 100 of them give you $1,000.
Okay,
got it. So then now the next thing is like, how many people need to see your marketing? And so we use that same conversion rate across the board, right? Okay. So if you are, that's the 1%. So I need 1 million people to see my marketing. Right? You only got 10,000 followers. So now we can go in the back end and see your impressions on the average of a month if the campaign is for a month, right? And we say, okay, you posted 30 times during the month, you reached 10,000 people. That ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? We're going to need you to post 60 times so you can reach 20,000 people. And then we're going to minus that. And we're going to say, we still got 980 left. So you got some borrowed traffic. You got a friend with some followers that you could post on and go live with. You got a podcast you could go on. You got something else you can do. No? Okay, we're going to have to spend money.
And then that also lets me know, so when I go to my ads person,
come on.
Hey, look, we need 980,000 impressions.
Yes.
Let me know how much I need to spend per day to get that.
Yes.
I don't do this, dog.
Yes. Yeah. But now, because people come to you and be like, well, how much should I spend on ads? You need to spend enough to get to 980,000 people. So go in the back end of your ads manager and see
how much that's going to cost.
Come on now.
So now you go to a launch. It's not a guess.
It's not a guess. We printing money on demand.
She said it. Hey, look, if you want, I told you we working with her all 22.
Yeah. No, literally, when we go out of here, I don't know what your hour. I'm paying you whatever it costs. We go sit down for an hour just as a start. So I'm zelling you or wiring you before we leave out of here.
Period.
Because I'm a good marketer, but I am not. I go into launch mode, bull rush.
Yeah.
Run through that. Let's imagine it's a brick wall.
Yeah,
he's gonna get through it.
Yeah,
he's gonna run through it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or I could have just like got in the construction vehicle. I could have just went around, but like So we do hit our line, but like it's always it's a hope and a guess and a work ethic, but there's not enough science because like then it takes the pressure off of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this is gonna be at least $100,000 launch.
You also can look at it from the sense of like, oh, I see that you're not getting to that 980. Oh, spend some more, spend less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you know what levers to pull based on the plan that you started with. But that's the gap for, and most entrepreneurs not gonna go this deep, honestly, right? But as a marketer, it's like, if I got the numbers, then I know what needs to happen, right? I can even look at that and say, okay, on Instagram, we're going to get this many. On TikTok, we're going to get this many. On YouTube, and the more launches you do, that's why I say you got to be consistent. We can dial in on them numbers. On emails, we can get this many people to register. On we can dial in on the numbers, but you just got to know the numbers.
Not to mention, whoever's over the marketing team, because they're looking at the back end, can then influence creative decisions like, hey, look, you need to do 7 more of these posts because if you want to get your impression go more organically and not to spend as much, this is what the data is telling us.
Correct.
Jesus Christ.
Correct. And even to the sense of now we're talking about managing a team, I can tell you exactly what your goal needs to be. And so you know why you failed.
Yeah.
You know why you're not a good social media manager. Yeah. I don't have to guess, I don't have to feel. I can look at the data and know what's going on.
Because my next question was, I was going to ask was, what should your KPIs for your team be every day, every month? But it just depends on what the campaign is, what the launch is. So if your KPI is not 180,000 impressions, like that's your KPI, bro. And if you don't make it during the launch, you don't wonder why you're fired.
Yeah,
because this was your job.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I tell you, she cold as ice, boy.
Nah, man, I thought I was good, bro. I'm hooping with Tim's on right now.
I literally told her the same thing when she sent me the link to the Shopify. I said, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "We've been getting it done. We've been winning, but man, I've been fucking playing with Timberlands.
And no socks, feet bleeding."
Like, that's why.
No, seriously, y'all at home, man. Like, if this is $1 million worth of game right now, literally, and I'm learning. Like, so I know like new entrepreneurs, like, yo, what is happening right now? Jesus Christ, I don't know.
It's relevant to when it's relevant, right? So it's like the reason why we're like she's blowing our head off is because these small these levers that you can pull,
hundreds of $1,000s per month.
Yeah, these are decisions that can dramatically change the course of your, which is on your end easy to quantify your value.
Oh shit!
Because you come in, it's like, okay, hey, you said you want to do this. This is what you're doing currently. We do these tweaks. This is gonna be the difference. Yeah. My fee is a drop in the bucket at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the business and the product and the offer and all the other things that come with it, then it's not gonna make sense. So if you're an entrepreneur and you have you have a solid offer, right? But you just aren't understanding the back end, right? Sounds like you could really help somebody in that way if they're ready.
And this is honestly, and I know like somebody, y'all just gonna have to watch this again, right?
Yeah, a couple times, run it back.
I'm watching, bro. Can we get this uploaded yesterday, bro?
You can access to the raw footage. I'm setting it up, so you can really tap in. But I think that if you're a new entrepreneur, you just starting, what I want you to take away from this is the consistency of launching, and then just understanding the $1 million plan, right? And even if you don't go all the way to like the marketing numbers, right? Like what happens, because I normally don't tell people that until they get to like a 7 to 8 figure business, because you ain't dialed in enough, right? But even if you could just see, because you could go back into your Instagram analytics and see your website tabs, right? And how many people are actually coming to the website, right? And so you just want to dial in on how much traffic you're getting to the site, regardless of what type of business you have, service-based, whatever, but just understanding your launch numbers. If you're a service-based business, maybe your numbers are more so how many calls you need to get built, right? If you're an e-com business, you can go in the back end of Shopify and it'll tell you what that traffic looks like from what platform. But I just want y'all to get your numbers and understand the consistency of just launching.